the Gajacha court. I don't know if you know, after the genocide, there were so many people in jail that the government restored an old form of traditional justice in Rwanda to try all the people suspected of genocide. And Gabriel was tried in his absence, and I got the minutes handwritten in Kinyarwanda of the trial. And one of the participants mentioned this book. And I was intrigued. Eventually, I found it, right? And I wish I could go through it. I won't because the time is short. But I would like to say it's extremely interesting because it's a fresh testimony of a survivor who tried. Let me give you the title, Green Grapes for Irritated Teeth. It's actually a quote from Ezekiel chapter 18. The subtitle, Cry Against the Black Nazi in Rwanda. So somebody is in the middle of an enormous grief, enormous emotion, and he wants to testify, he wants to write. And he was a sort of academic. He had been teaching in a seminary, and he was a vicar general of the Diocese of Nyundo in Western Rwanda. He was already a sort of little bit prominent clergy. Not well known, I mean, yeah, he was a vicar general. He had written already, and he was very educated. And he decided to talk about it. That was interesting. So in terms of life story, is maybe we're going to see other papers during this conference, is the desire, and he used the term, the duty of memory. And Tando mentioned Ricoeur. There's a lot in Ricoeur about the duty of memory in one of his books. The duty of memory, we have to remember. So all the book is about somebody who wants to testify. But also more than that. So part of the book is that. And I wish I had time to read quotes, but I don't have the time. I won't do it. I just speak briefly, just to intrigue you, and so one day you may. I have more questions. Yeah, I just want to raise questions, basically. Now, the story of the document is 72 pages long. He says himself he took notes during the genocide, and then the genocide came to an end. He went to Holland. And because he suffered from diabetes, he didn't come back to Rwanda. He spent a few years in Italy, and he wrote it there and published it there. So what happened during the genocide? Part of the book is, the booklet or the book is about what happened. Historically in Rwanda, there are two main types of missionaries. There are the white fathers, who are mostly Belgian, and also French and other nationalities, and they were close to the regime which produced the genocide. They were compromised, if you like. Not all of them, but most of them were compromised. And then there's on the line, there was an indigenous bishop called Berigumwami, ordained in 1952, and he was independent. And even though there was no missionaries, only diocesan priests and diocesan priests from various countries, but also local people like this one. So it's quite interesting. Now, that diocese is the only diocese which took a stand against the development of the genocide, because the genocide happened in 1994, but there's been many massacres of Tutsi before. The tension grew gradually. And it was so the genocidaire, the perpetrator of genocide, they were very angry at the Catholic Church in Nyundo because they did not follow the propaganda of the government. They were not extremists. And in that diocese alone, 32 priests were killed. Imagine, one diocese, not to mention the sisters and the deacons and the lay people, just one diocese, 32. And 12 survivors, including Jean-Baptiste. 12 survivors. And everything, most of it happened in 2 days, 7th, 8th, and 9th of April. Right at the beginning, there's been massacres in the minor seminary, in the episcopal residence, in the cathedral, and around. And then a bit more massacres at the end of April, and occasional killings after in Nyundo. I've been there many times. By the way, it's the first church memorial of the genocide in Rwanda as early as 1995. You can go there, there's a memorial in the cathedral. It's very moving.